All right, so the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to start setting up categories and subcategories. Now, a quick disclaimer about this. I'm going to set up a couple of dummy categories in this account, but I've already done the work so that we can save time. Okay, so once I create the dummy categories, we're going to jump into something that's a little more complete. Okay, so I'm going to go to the catalog. I'm going to go to gifts, and I'm going to go to products. This is bringing us to the photo factory. Okay, this is my semi-completed category we're going to work on after. So I'm going to create a new dummy category. Okay, I'm going to call it store services. I'm going to save. So now I've created my category. Okay, it's going to be all the way down here at the bottom, my parent category. Okay, I'm going to create specification groups. So I'm going to go here. I clicked on edit. Here, I did that a little quickly. I'm going to click on edit for store services. Okay, right here. And then I am going to go here to create a spec group at the parent category level. Okay, so that would be called film development. Yeah, I'm just going to call it film development, and I'm going to save. Perfect. So I created my group. I need to populate what's going to be inside my group. Specification values are going to be develop and scan, as well as develop, sorry, I went to edit as opposed to create new. So I'm going to go to new specification value. I'm going to create develop only and save. So check. We've created our specs inside of our group. We're ready to go on to the next step. Okay, give me a second. Okay, we're going to add a thumbnail. Okay, I've already uploaded quite a bit of images here, so I'm just going to go select a thumbnail. If you want to upload your image, you'd click here and select, but I've already done it. So for the store services, I'm going to select my image, which is right here. And now I am done. Okay, let me just get to that dummy category one more time before we go into the one that I started baking. We're going to go into show subcategories now for that store services category we created, and I'm going to create a new subcategory. I'm going to call it film development. It could also be scans. It could be photo restoration, video transfers.
Camera repair.
We're here to talk about film dev, so we're going to do that.
Yep.
All right, we're going to add a thumbnail. We're going to add the thumbnail the same way that we've done it on the parent category. We're just going to go here, add the thumbnail, which would be here. Nope, sorry. And add the thumbnail. Sure, it would be cool for you guys to have all these assets to be able to do it, eh?
Mm-hmm.
On your own, save you some time. Sorry, I don't think I got that ready for you though. Maybe next time. All right, so now I've done that. We're going to go skip ahead to the category that I've already prepared for you so that we can start creating more film dev now that we have our categories and subcategories set up. Okay, give me 1 second. So I'm going to show you quickly that we have the specs set up just as we did before. Okay, so the category is good. Now we're going to go into the subcategory and finish the job there. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is that we're going to build some options. So you see, I've already built some options here. What's left out is scanning. So we want to create a scan quality option group. We spoke about option groups earlier. I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to create a new option group right here, and I'm going to call it scan quality. Okay, so you're going to see this here. It says charge on each order and charge on whole order. Charge on each item, pardon me, and charge on whole order. For you guys, charge on each item is what you want to do. Okay, and then you have this checkbox here. This is actually very important. You want to check the top box that says this option can be selected before starting the order. You're going to have to do that every time you create an option. Okay, and then you're going to click save. So we've created this new option group. Now we need to populate the options. Okay, so I'm going to create 3 options, which are going to be standard resolution. And I'm going to add a thumbnail, which is going to be the egg. Now I'm going to add another option, which is going to be medium resolution. That sounds about right. Medium resolution scans. I'm going to add the check, and save. And now I'm going to add another option, and it's going to be large resolution. Is that what I did? The Papa Bear? Yeah, large resolution scans. We're going to add the thumbnail on the next page. There you go, and save. We've created our options. Ain't that awesome? Okay, next thing we're going to do, Pat, is we're going to create a product. It's time to create the product. Okay, so we're going to say this. We are going to go into this subcategory, and what I'm going to do is click on the number 1. This brings us to it brings us to where your products would be stored. If you're familiar with Photo Factory, you already know what this is. Okay, we're going to create a new fixed product. I already created one for develop only. I'm going to create one now for develop and scan. So I'm going to start with the specs because we're going to define what the product is. Okay, I'm going to do develop and scan, and I'm going to save. The next thing I'm going to do, and this is going to sound weird because we don't want to create a Photo Factory product, you still need to create a page because it is a Photo Factory product. So, I mean, even though we're not going to that create page portion on the front end, you still need to do this step or it will fail. If you don't do this step, it will fail. Repeat after me at home. All right, we're going to create the new fixed page, simple. We're going to save. That was easy. We're done. Okay, the next thing is for this thing. Okay, so this is going to be develop and scan. There you go. You can put in a description if you want. The SKU, we're going to add the thumbnail for develop and scan. Right here. It's going to be the dude at the computer having the time of his life, looking at his digital scans. You can use tags if you want. Okay, now this is a very important part here. We're going to click on the checkbox, which is prevent editing by client. The reason why this is important is that this is the checkbox that will prohibit you or prohibit the customer from going to that page that will, here, just use my charger. Yeah, sorry, Pat, is out of battery. So this checkbox will prohibit the begin creation process, okay? Here you go, bud. Thank you. It will prohibit the begin creation process, and this is what's going to enable you to just go straight to cart, all right? Then once this is done, you can create, say, I'm going to put in a SKU too, because I'm a SKU freak. Film dev with scans. Okay, so there we go. We've created the develop and scan and the develop only. And to be honest, that's about it. That's how you create the film dev as a product.